OKFM 101.7.
Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, AMP for Northtown, Minority Spokesperson on Foreign Affairs. Now, you need to go. Honorable Mwachi.
Yo, many are major so Bibia Boko.
Boko now, swear.
Yamiatum.
Ami. Now, a national cathedral. Say, yes, watch your crata, the Akoma public procurement. Now, more, say, I didn't know here, and now the crata.
Yo, Medase, Edikai, Maminchia, Tiefonina, na Metise, now who introduce MPP Women's Organizer, Maminchia, so. I mean, wish Mama Kate the best in her election.
Thank
you, my brother.
No crese mature krata aqua coma the Public Procurement Authority. Na krata na mature na may exercise my right under Section 18 of the Right to Information Act. A year Act 989 na T4 Bekaya sa at 989 no a new law you pass here President Akufo-Addo or sign or accent to that law. Na that law no it's been in the works. It's the longest bill in the history of your parliament. And for more than 10 years. Even as President of the National Union of Ghana Students, Namika, the activists, agitated, say we need to have a Right to Information Act to, as it were, operationalize Article 21F of the 1992 Constitution. Now, as I said, commend the current president. Or accented to this law. What it has done is it has deepened the democratic culture. Now it is really commendable, sir. Successive presidents since President Kufuor, President Mills, President Mahama, Obia contributed. And President Mahama Bresso, it was ready to be signed, but because it was in the last hour, no, the MPP minority at the time, like I said, they would prefer, say, this new president will come and then, as it were, sign the bill and accent to it, albeit with some later modifications, Parliament, a year. And it is within that context. It was a right to information request. Now, that right to information request, no, OSHA Emrana at 989, Ochosa Kratano under Section 18 of the right to information request. Public officials are obliged, as I said, or release information now. Intiana may use that legal provision under the RTI Act at 989. Section 18. It may trust Kratano on the 4th of July, Monday, where now, as I said, me bought PPA for Abaso, the Public Procurement Authority, or more Chief Executive, Mr. Frank Mante. They have been very, very professional. Omuti Emranasi, Omunim once what activated that RTI provision, public officials must oblige in the spirit of democracy, of transparency, of accountability. As I said, the way they were professional and even the swiftness, mature Kratano on the 4th of July. By the 5th of July, just the next day, 24 hours later, or more, I responded. On the 5th of July, may receive or more response. Now, why is this request important? As I said, may explain itself. Oshe Ghana Yemra Yewo a Public Procurement Act. A a year, your friend of the Public Procurement Act 2003, Act 663. Now, what kind the provisions of Act 663? A clear say, who ye are buying project there, and now who top be if you are buying goods and services, and now who ye any construction. Once a year project are buying sika a womb, whether fully and now partially, there even a year. It be a 1% contribution. It be a, I mean, there's the lowest contribution. Once a year, public fund. Who use it public fund, and now we a public entity, you know. As I say, apply the procurement law. Maybe see a dime where now maybe talk.
But you mami musadia with you. Now, National Cathedral as it stands, a year. Public and na say a private name me the public na be room na ye saying.
Brilliant question. Once a project no start here na ye say a private. That is what the president told us initially. Na ye say president na wa share about ono ankasa na ka say or share boss president say nyame eye na dom na se obi nkunima obesi National Cathedral at the adanyame ase. That's what we were told. But along the line no and aban esisa na agent into who can even the Supreme Court decision, the James Kwabena Bonfe case krana the Attorney General appeared to even have misled the judges. Way is a private endeavor. That's why many people agree with us that the whole National Cathedral, there was no transparency, there was no truthfulness and forthrightness. And fast forward, the Aban can say their new position, what kind the June 17, 2022 statement, National Cathedral Secretary did to Jano, Obekaya, that June 17 statement. Omo reveal that was the first time Omo can say National Cathedral no is no longer a private project, now a public project. And Omo reveal say Omo akwa register the National Cathedral of Ghana since the 18th of July 2019, about 3 years ago. And from that time, from July 2019, it is now a public project. National Cathedral of Ghana, a state-owned enterprise. What kind of June 17 statement? It's online. T4 to me, I download it, and to me, I kind that statement for the benefit of listeners. And the point to make now, as I said, National Cathedral project, a buying project. It's a public project. It's no longer a private initiative by the churches. And the president and the clergy who are willing to support the president. They say, a public entity. Now, what kind, even the Attorney General's response or when the National Cathedral Secretariat, actual Krata Koma Attorney General said, or more some explanation. The Attorney General's legal opinion, the legal advice, as I said, they should know that from henceforth, National Cathedral of Ghana, a public entity, it's a state-owned company. Indeed, almost say according to the Attorney General, or say the Ghana Museums and Monuments Board, Omuna, Omoya, the sole shareholders, at the National Cathedral project, it is a state-owned enterprise. It's a public endeavor. It's a public project. That is not in doubt since July 2019. Even though the point must be made, sir, government was not truthful and transparent. Anka Yan started these revelations. Sir, they are using public funds, which they did on the blind side of Parliament without parliamentary approval, in flagrant violation of Article 178 of the 1992 Constitution. We would not have known. anka aban emba abotia be catcher say, oh, or must is so much even though they told us a personal pledge to God by President Akufo-Addo, it is now a public project and they are using public funds. Because Omunim said they don't have parliamentary approval and what they are doing is unconstitutional. No, they hid that information from us all these years. Indiana, I'm not surprised. Many Ghanaians even are still confused as to really the status of this project. What are its characteristics? Is it public and is it private? But according to Abino, a public, one registered since 18 July 2019 as a public entity. Now, having made that point, what kind the Ghana your procurement laws are at 663 as amended, what kind all of the procurement laws, including the amended one now, are very clear. Sir, who your public entity, now sir, who be your project, who be your construction, you must go through the procurement processes and you need approval from the public procurement authority. It's very clear. And even if you are not a public entity, now so project now a buying per se or then a seeker, a buying seeker public fund at the share project anymore. As I said, public procurement authority or moment approval. You must go through the procurement processes. Into what kind of response to my ITR request by the PPA? It is most shocking. PPA for Kase, they don't have any record, and I can read the letter to you. It's a very terse letter, very just about 3-paragraph letter. Or say reapplication to access information on procurement approval relating to the construction of the National Cathedral by Ribade Company Limited. Reference is made to your letter dated 4th July 2022 on the above subject. Please be informed that the Public Procurement Authority holds no information relating to the construction of the National Cathedral by Ribade Company Limited. You may wish to refer your enquiry to the National Cathedral Secretariat. Yours faithfully, signed, Frank Mante, Chief Executive. And this is copied to the Director, Legal, Public Procurement Authority, Accra. Intinia, most shocking, the Public Procurement Authority, National Cathedral Project, Omuni information there, nothing has come to their attention. Meaning, sir, they have granted no approval. And projector, Kasa say, a buying seeker over 200 million Ghana cedis. The Aqua project name. Osha project value now. They say Aqua could do $400 million. Can you imagine? Say a $400 million project. No procurement. And what this means, they say, in Krofubia Mua by Mu, from Madame Fufu, ye basic cathedral, over to me, Mumbesi, Mufamu, never and Ukain, 31st March 2022, letter na ye leaky from Finance Minister. Sal letter over Kaya 31st March, 25 million Ghana cedi release no. Sal release no, it goes directly to Ribade Company Limited. Sikana 25 million cedis no. Can offer instruction to the Control Accountant General. And it's a Omuntia, this company, this Italian company. 25 million Ghana cedis directly among transfer Sikano into their account. It's the company or using a buying seeker to execute this project. No records at all at the PPA, no PPA approval. And many a young guy say a buying way are prosecuting Crawford on procurement breaches. When him say NCA officials now are more languishing in jail or in Sawam. Procurement breaches and a deal more court.
Nami bacha wenu say
on him say Charlotte say her removal was on procurement breaches. Prosecutions that are going on or political opponents, they say procurement breaches. Procurement matters and yet as some kitwa is not, they are not light matters. A buying way they in Crawford they have prosecuted people successfully and they are still prosecuting others. They've removed a whole electoral commissioner from office, serving as a conveyor belt, a willing and happy conveyor belt at the presidency. And yet, should be a more. And you see, Minia, let us also appreciate this point. Wouldn't say the advantage of applying the procurement laws. ASA, who apply procurement laws now, and there is a tender, there is a bidding for it with all the procurement methods, either say a single source and international. These are international companies who share Ribade, a 3 companies and more forming this joint venture. Riccardo Echa, an Italian construction firm, and Di Simone and Babisotti. They are Italians, but Omono, they are incorporated in Ghana to work in Ghana. These are the 3 entities that they've come together to form Ribade Company Limited. Now, if you go through a procurement process, the advantage is you get value for money. Through the tender process, there will be clear quantities, bill of quantities. There will be financial assessment, technical assessment. No wonder, Minia, no wonder say project way started at $100 million, and I could do $200 million, and a cost could do $250 million. Then it went up to $350 million. They say, the latest Ricardo Echa or more advertising and more publishing on my website. ASA or more negotiating a $400 million contract to build a national cathedral in Ghana. If you could do $400 million. If we had done Ankaye procurement process, if we had followed the procurement process, there was a tender. Anka, this escalations, this corrupt moving target from 100 to 200 to 250 to 350 to $400 million. Anka, we will have avoided this. This is a very, very grave matter, Minia. Very, 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 very egregious.
Okay.
And Yanshe Ebia by Ochina no Pakrano, na Aqua could do 500 and 600, it may even be approaching $1 billion. And this is what the PPA is telling us. They have no information, no record. Omuma PPA approval. What kind of runner? Finance minister bet to me a create exception. But no crano on grounds of national security. And it has to be published in the Gazette. My checking Gazette, I have been to Ghana published, I have checked the Gazette. There is no publication by the finance minister granting this project an exemption under the procurement laws of Ghana. And the procurement board have not granted any waiver and any ratification of this illegal procurement of Ribade Company Limited. It is most shocking. Say, $400 million project. So far, over 200 million Ghana cedis. Ghana for Sika without parliamentary approval. Project way mono. No procurement processes at all were followed. The PPA has no idea.
Who will be held responsible? Sebase procurement breaches be bar.
Oh, Minia, Nipa Bebre. Eddie Kain, finance minister. Onona all my instruction. Say, Munyi Abansika. Onim say, and Onon Bukrano, Onim say PPA, Eshenase. He is the supervising minister of the Public Procurement Authority. So he should know better. He is not being a responsible supervising minister. And at the same time, Onona all my instructions said, despite the fact that there is no PPA approval, no parliamentary approval, Modia Sikano Moon Tam Sikano Pharma Company. And what kind of instruction Ukraina? He tells them to pay the company directly. Pay into Ribade Carl Bank PLC account directly to the company without procurement approval. It's a finance minister. And then the National Cathedral Secretariat. And you see, that is why I am very sad. Who themselves board of trustees? You see, we are board of trustees. Who are responsibilities? Who obligation? You have a certain fiduciary obligation. In China, I am so sad, sir. these pastors, eminent priests, including Miami Sofo, Pastor
What's up, no?
Eastwood Anaba.
Eastwood Anaba. Okay.
Yes.
I bet me about say, you bet you are matum.
Who I have enormous respect for. That Chibino, Yanshe, look, they will all have questions because what kind of statement now more issue? Professor Pokunyena statement now kind of the last week, or launched the National Cathedral Week, no? Or can say, oh, issues now here is about parliamentary approval for the seed money and the other procurement and legal issues, no? How much is the seed money and all of that? And no, dear, are buying presidency, or more state presidency, finance minister, and attorney general, or more nice to say, or more yano, and no dear, or more name who what kind of statement. But you see, how long can they? Because you're frail board of trustees, and you register more. You are directors, company now, legally, what has been incorporated, what kind of articles of incorporation now, or more can who, and you know, legally, no, they should, the bank should stop with them. They should be taking these decisions.
Okay.
It is assumed, say, or more taking these decisions. If we are having a situation where over and above them, no, people are violating the laws in this manner, I am deeply worried about one more future. And you see, it is not fair to them. It's not fair to them. and that's why many people are advocating, say, they really have to just, you know, walk away from this thing and just abandon ship, as somebody like Pastor Mensa Otabil, you know, has done. And look, these are grave consequences. Yankai said, people are in jail who share the provisions of the Public Procurement Act now. These are not light matters.
Okay.
It's a shocking, say, $400 million project. So far, over 200 million Ghana cedis of Ghana, Yesika,
has been expended.
No procurement at all.
I see.
Unbelievable. Totally unbelievable.
Honorable.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trust actually. What?
Yo, Minia. No problem.
I mean, how happy IMF so.
IMF, I cannot be happy. Yeah, tragic IMF.
Oh, sir, Marty. Bye-bye, Honorable.
Bye-bye.
Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, the MP for North Town, minority spokesperson on foreign affairs. Said
OKFM 101.7.